Alright, here's my first test with the boost gauge I just installed. This was a whole like 18 bucks on eBay. Changed colors, it's pretty accurate. And it's sweet as can be when you can actually see how many pounds of boost your Sonata Eco is putting down. I haven't seen any Sonata Ecos with a boost gauge as of yet. I can say that it goes up to 16 psi with previous runs that I've done, and I'm going to see if I could get a full 16 psi in a run I'm going to do right here. And don't mind the front of it, it's a little bit dirty. I put my hands all over it. I'll clean it up. Let me see. Got like dust and shit on it. I think it's on the inside. Anyways, that's it right there. So the way the Eco is set up, it doesn't have like a live vacuum line, right? The vacuum line is actually through a check valve, and there's 3 lines. There's one from the intake manifold that only measures vacuum. There's one from the intercooler that only measures boost, and then there's one that goes to the blow-off valve, which measures both, but not live. Like if I give it some gas, it'll measure boost and it'll measure the vacuum, but it won't do a live. If I'm giving it gas, you know, it'll like if I let go of the gas, it won't measure vacuum on the spot. It will measure boost on the spot, which is what I really wanted to measure. But it's always good to see the live vacuum to see if you have any boost leaks or anything like that of, you know, that nature. I'm gonna put it in sport mode, which is sort of difficult to see now. And I'm gonna turn off traction control. And I'm gonna see how many pounds of boost this thing puts down. I saw 16 a little while ago. It was a partial boost type of thing. That's all the way down. It's just about 15. Now mind you, it's 91 degrees out, and I've driven it a few times up and down the road. Let's see what it'll do here. I'm just driving along. Yep, there you go, 15. So as you can see, that's how many pounds of boost the Sonata Eco puts down. Right now I'm measuring 15. Now given the accuracy of this thing, I'm probably at 15 or 16, or between 14 and 16, because it's measuring just right above 15. I'm gonna see if I can keep it nice and still here, which is probably gonna be very difficult, but I will try. Right now what I can see is it's getting right at 14 psi. 14, 15, touching 15. Which I guess is fine. It's a really cheap boost gauge. It's not the most accurate one out there, but it's giving me a good idea of how many pounds of boost my car is actually putting down. I want to see if I could do that again. I can imagine if it was a little bit cooler, it'll probably hit 16. I know that's what the manufacturer states, 16 psi of boost. I could think probably because of the temperature and whatnot. I do have 93 octane in it, but probably because of the temperature, it's not pulling the whole 16 pounds of boost, or maybe it's just that the boost gauge isn't that accurate. Either way, it's not that serious. Let's see, one more again. Pulls nicely. I did the secondary cat delete. I posted that on the forums, Hyundai forums under Sonata LF. And now I put the boost gauge. And I have an intake, homemade cold air well, not, I wouldn't say cold air, but it's a homemade air intake with a nice cone filter, a little Spectre 3-inch filter. It actually works great. It sounds nice too. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it does sound pretty decent. It gives it a nice pickup too. I noticed a huge difference, you know, with partial throttle response. With the stock airbox, it's very smooth acceleration. With the cone air filter, it's sort of, you have more of a power surge than a power pull. And I like the way it feels. It reminds me of my Evo, my 2006 Evo 9, which I should have never sold ever, but whatever. You grow up. So there it hit 15, right over 15. So I guess the car just measures the temperature, and if it sees that it's optimal, it'll put all 16 pounds of boost down. So either way, it's all good. I'm gonna do a 20, a jump from 20. I'm gonna smash the gas pedal down. The other day I did that. It was about 77 degrees in the morning, and it freaking like burned rubber on me. It was pretty cool. But I want to do it right after this thing right here, because there's cars can come up. So let's see how it does from a 20 roll. Feels nice. I have yet to bring it to the track with the exhaust and the intake. I modified the intake. I put the ram air ducting that it has from the factory. I put that joker back on, and it gets the cold air directly to the air filter. And I could feel it when I touch the filter. After I turn it off immediately, I pop the hood, and I could feel how cooler the cone air intake is compared to the rest of, you know, the tubing or the engine compartment. So yeah, leave a comment. I'll post a thread on Hyundai forums under Sonata 215? Sonata A21, something like, I don't remember my username, but either way, you can find on YouTube. Alright, peace out.